Oh, would you look at that? I started the stream and I didn't use the Fantoon voice. Nor the Jack Cat. Hello, yes, great
Jack
success.
Cat.
Welcome. Hello, everybody. My name Jack Cat, and welcome to my PowerPoint presentation. Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
today we're.
oh shit.
Oh shit, it's
Oh
Taco.
shit. Oh shit. No way, he's not real. Let me fix that real quick. He's still playing Silk Song. Hold on. I'll fix that real quick.
Hey, Chad, we have a very special surprise for all of you today.
I moved Taco to the other voice chat.
We're gonna be playing a very unique game, a very
Man, what the heck?
a very powerful game today.
Taco, you cannot
One.
you cannot bail because of one game and then expect not us to make fun of it. Sorry. All right, Gabe, I'm sorry for interrupting.
Oh, good. No. Today, Chad, we're gonna be playing Borderlands 4.
Oh,
Well,
all right. Hold on. A, thank you for the sub, Taco. B, there we go. I'm not even addressing. I'm not even addressing those games. We're talking about another game with a 4. It's got a bike in it.
That's why I use Borderlands 4 as an example, since Metroid Prime 4 is also 4.
That's what I saw it. I know where you were going with it, and that's why I'm like, no. No. No.
The Randy Pitch 4 is not real. I swear I don't believe that human is real.
Gosh, I don't really want to get too much into it because that can be
it's
a whole
fine.
different can of worms of it. But I think it's the whole Borderlands 4 scene and Randy and the things he's saying about the PC optimizing just sounds like the same thing Todd Howard said during Starfield, blaming people's rigs and asking them to upgrade them rather than like optimizing their games for the systems that they say they can run it.
I mean, slightly worse, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, today's stream is gonna be sort of like broken into two chunks. At the beginning half, I wanted to take the opportunity to just talk about all the information that we know about Metroid Prime 4 and like recap everything that we know in terms of development and the story and gameplay, and address the new trailer that released last week. It was last week, right? The direct. It all seems like a blur to me.
I think so.
Yeah, it's all been kind of a blur. And then after that, we will basically be playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion or something along those lines. But I wanted to do this part so that if there's anybody in chat, they can chime in and give their theories and the likes. And that way, I don't have to like sit down, write a script, and make it like a whole Orpheon video. Or I feel like this is easier because then I can just sort of upload this into the main channel, and those who are curious can go and see it, and those who don't, then I guess they aren't gonna see it. So there is a bit to cover, but I'll try and be as expedited as I can. I saw Metroid Prime 3 review. The Prime 3 was supposed to have some open world areas, so now Prime 4 has open world. Do you know anything about this? Yes, so they weren't really necessarily trying to make an open world game with corruption in the same aspect as like what we know today of Zelda and or Mario or whatever other open world game. It was more around the fact that they wanted to have an open area along the lines of what Ocarina of Time had, or Nier Automata, to use a more recent example, even though I do realize that Nier Automata is turning 10 soon. Holy shit. But we'll get to that in the video. It is one of the main video in the recording. It is one of the main topics that I have here, but it was sort of similar to that, if I'm not mistaken. They wanted to use the gunship to you to travel to different planets and all this other stuff, but give one of them like this sort of open area, but you know, it wasn't quite working well between the technology. Oh my gosh, Taco. She's not a tomboy, okay? She's just taking notes. Can she even take notes now? If they already gave Link
She's
a
so
train,
tomboy.
Samus and a bike should be in good hands. I mean, yeah, I guess. I will say this, that I am part of Team Bike. I am very excited over Samus on a bike, and I'll get to saying some of those informations. I'm just making sure I got my other files here so that my TED Talk can go as smooth as possible. I really appreciate all you guys here. Please feel free to type in things as I go, and I'll address them as I can. So, hold on, I'm going to put a little bit of a background music. You know, it ain't an Orpheon video without the usual sort of Mega Man Star Force Battle Network music, right?
Yep.
Can you
Yep.
can anybody make sure that is a music sounding good for you guys? I just don't want to. All right.
Music sounds good.
Sweet. Thanks, Taco. So, while I get this fig, you got 1 minute review of Silk Song. Go.
Huh?
1 minute review. Go.
It's good so far. Movement is very fluid. I'm enjoying all the new movement changes they added. It's a lot bigger than the
Vanilla.
first Hollow Knight. So
Okay, sweet. After my move, I considered maybe giving Hollow Knight yet another go. And if not Silksong, just because if you tell me that it's a female protagonist, I'm more excited than playing as whatever buck boy.
It is a failed protagonist.
yes, Hornet is a female. There is a section
know.
where you just play as her
You
without her cloak.
You told me you told me this when we were streaming Hollow Knight like 2 years ago. And also so we can
There is-
stream the next story.
Mhm. There is still a compass like tool to show where you are on the map.
Ah, sweet. Somebody says, I don't know. So, I'll start the recording now. Welcome, everybody. This is the Metroid Prime 4 sort of rundown. I am doing this, as I said, on streams, just because I feel like it's much more convenient for me to do than just making an entire dedicated video that's not gonna hit well in the algorithms. So I'd rather just do this here on stream, where we can all discuss ideas and theories and sort of upload it, so I really appreciate that. The way I'm gonna go about this is I'm first gonna give like a small rundown of the development cycle and what we know, and then just go over the trailers so that I can sort of explain my theories of the game. And then lastly, at the end, we'll address the new elephant in the room of the Metroid discourse, the bike. Which somebody already in the red chat mentioned. I don't know why hardcore Metroid fans don't want the series to evolve, and I can ask the same thing about a bunch of franchises in general. This evolution is the things that we need for the games to stay fresh and stuff like that. So I'll try and address chat as I go, but I'll try not to derail too much, or else we'll be here for the entirety of the stream. Knowing me. All right, so first off, we have the
Your desktop.
yeah, I know. It's just the easiest way for me to do this. I don't see how the bike enhances the Metroidvania formula and interconnected worlds that seamlessly connect into each other. Adding a hub world, if anything, detracts from it. I will sort of address the counter argument I have to that. And I'll use the gameplay trailer to sort of speak for itself. Of course, I'm sort of in the neutral ground. I'm just trying to like express both sides of the discourse and then just offer my 2 cents on the matter. But you know, Metroid Prime 4, the myth, the legend, the game that I've memed to death that it's been 17 years, and I wanted to address that first. It's been 17 years in the sense that back in 2000, not that the game has been in development for 17 years, but back in 2007, Metroid Prime 3, which was the hottest game at the time, or the newest game at that time period, ended with this teaser at 100%. That blew my teenage brains out of my head because, you know, it was at Delano 7, Metroid Prime Hunters. It was a game that came out before Corruption, and they gave us the 6 bounty hunters, and here's Silex chasing Samus. And that's basically all she wrote, and all that we know about. Back in those days, even, we weren't even sure if it was the actual Delano 7, just because the model is slightly different. But in 2017, it was sort of confirmed it is. So that takes us to 2017, where, you know, there's the infamous floating 4 in space. So this was the first time that we knew that Metroid Prime 4 was an actual thing since ever. And that was the same E3 that Metroid Samus Returns was also announced. And Reggie had come out with interviews, who was the, at that moment, president of Nintendo of America, saying that they had revealed or announced Metroid Prime 4 officially way ahead of schedule. And that the only reason they did this is so that, you know, the Nintendo Switch had just released. And this was the first E3 with the Switch out. And they just want to, like, tell the Metroid community, hey, yeah, we're making another game. We've heard it, that you wanted a new game. And we're making it. It's way earlier than we normally announce our games. As you might know, Nintendo likes to announce their games once there's something closer to the final shape. And stuff like that. So at this point, Prime 4 was early in development, held by a different team. 2 years later, the Nintendo, in a surprising thing, uploads this video. Oh, whoops, I turned on the lizard again. So it's this video with Shinya Takahashi, and they're talking over the development of Metroid Prime 4. And he basically states that they weren't really happy with the state that the game was going into. So they decided to scrap it because the game wasn't going to meet fan expectations and all this other stuff. And at the same time, he let us know that they started development. So like, Kensuke Tanabe is back into the producing role. I know that Taco's Silex Chibi is kind of blocking it, but Tanabe, for
you
those
can move me if you need to.
No, you're staying put, or else you're gonna go back into Silk Song.
Oh.
So like, Tanabe is the producer of the Prime's trilogy. He's also produced several other Nintendo games. But he's back in the producer's seat, or still there, in that they're collaborating with Retro Studios, who have pitched some ideas and some mechanics that they believed would meet more fan expectations and stuff like that. At the same time, they also say that the game is basically starting development at that point, or shortly after that point, and that it would still, like, take forever. And this is what is taking us to today. That, you know, a year after 2019, I don't need to say or remind anybody what happened worldwide that caused more games to be delayed. But this is essentially why it's taking this long for Prime 4 to come out. And that is essentially the rundown of the Metroid Prime 4 development. Prime Remaster, which released 2 years ago, was also made by Retro Studios. And I think it's important for people to know that the people who worked on the Prime trilogy at Retro most likely aren't in the company anymore. That was like 17 years ago. I bought a Switch because of the 2017 Direct, well, because of Prime 4. Oh, gosh. So the thing in here is that, like, the development is working. It's a new team, and Prime Remaster could have more or less been a way for the devs at Nintendo to or the higher ups at Nintendo give this new blood an opportunity to, like, just figure out what makes Metroid click, and what better way of doing that than remastering Metroid Prime, which was the original game, and they can, like, learn about that formula and test out all their new visual engine, graphics, textures, lighting, particles, and all that stuff on this game. So like it's a way for them to get two birds with one stone. In terms of the game proper, and I'm gonna take the opportunity to just swap songs real quick. In terms of the game proper, Prime 4 then announces, and it comes out with this release trailer, with the teaser trailer that I'm currently grabbing so that I can just place it on the stream. Announcement trailer. There we go. Oh, whoops! I opened it on the wrong tab with the wrong app. So yeah, there's this is famous trailer. So now getting into the Metroid lore side of it. The cosmic year this game takes place is 20x9. And this, as of today, as far as I'm aware, is like set post Super Metroid, which takes place in the cosmic year 2005, according to its Japanese commercial and Japanese manual. I spoke with Deadweight from Shine Sparkers, and he also confirmed, I don't have it on me, but that there was a mention of that same cosmic year when Samus Returns was coming out. So this puts it, what matters is not if it's before Other M or Fusion, or it's more so that it's after Super Metroid. So, you know, the Metroid threat should have like been dealt with, if you may. So I doubt, or if anything, this could even take place way past Dread. Yes, that could also work. But the main thing that matters is like, in terms of that lore, is that Metroid's bye-bye, sort of, you know, no more Troids. And part of the reason that this trailer matters is towards the end. There's this beautiful guy. Oh my gosh, there he is. Oh my gosh, there he is. Oh my gosh, there he is.
Oh my gosh, it's me.
There he is. So Silex is the villain. The reason Silex matters is because back in 2017, Tanabe had come out in an interview and said that moving forwards with Metroid Prime, no more Phazon. That he considered that story concluded, and that he instead wanted to develop more of the story with Silex, that he had like an idea in his mind for several years now. And in that same interview, he mentions that he wanted to do something closer to Metroid Prime 2, where there is some, the Samus is exploring different worlds, but instead of it being different dimensions or different planets, it's different time periods. And I think that matters a lot because in that, you know, it's the information in that same interview. And there's a lot of things in the trailers that hint at that, and that will tie to the bike later. Don't worry about it. I'm reading what you guys are typing in chat, and I can understand where you guys are coming from. I'm just trying to like help, I guess, temper expectations. So, Silex is the villain. Who the heck is this guy? Silex is one of the 6 bounty hunters introduced in Metroid Prime Hunters, and all that we know about him so far is literally one paragraph. Silex is an unknown. We don't know what species he is. I'm using the he, him pronouns just because those are the ones in the manual, but come Prime 4, they might change that, or who knows? It's been, you know, so long and we only know one, what'd you call it?
It might not even be the same Silex.
It might not even
be just a code name.
Exactly. We do have a planet of origin. It doesn't really matter because we don't have lore of that planet. But the main thing is that Silex, for unknown reasons, hates, despises the Galactic Federation. But the catch and what makes him interesting, well, he also hates Samus by extension because she keeps helping the Federation succeed on their endeavors and stuff like that. Why he hates it, we don't know. But essentially, the main twist is that Silex's armor and his gunship, called the Lano 7, are both prototype Federation tech that were stolen. We don't know what the purpose was. We don't know if it's another joint venture between Samus sharing Chozo technology with the Federation, sort of like it was with Project Golem, and all this other stuff. We just know, and so we could also probably assume that even the shock coil was something like that. So Silex is this guy who just hates the Federation and kind of wants to destroy them, and that's all that we know. That's all that we know. If the Metroids are gone, what are your theories about the Metroid-like parasites in the trailers? So I was going to get to that. In Metroid Prime Federation Force, the game that I'm probably one of the 4 people who actually likes it, there is a secret ending for completing Mission 17 Infestation and completing that mission's side secret objective, in which tasks you with... The mission is about infiltrating a Federation base in Talvania, one of the planets, that were basically still studying Metroids or whatever. We don't really know if they were cloning Metroids, but the main gist is that there's Metroid X, and you have to fight Metroids. And your side objective is to secure a Metroid egg and bring it back onto the ship, so it doesn't fall under the space pirates' hands, who were taking over the Talvania research facility and whatever. So the secret ending shows Silex infiltrating the Federation base, finding the egg, and forcing it to hatch. And thus we can assume that there is a possibility that the Metroid imprinted Silex as a parent, in the same way the baby Metroid did with Samus back in Metroid 2. Now, with this, there's a lot of fans who think that these Metroids are Mocktroids, and that's because they have only 1 nuclei instead of like the usual 3, and their membranes are more gray than green. Mocktroids, for a reminder, are the fake Metroids that we find in Meridia in Super Metroid, that you can just defeat with any other regular means. So whether or not these are Mocktroids or Metroids, it's still up in the air, because this is also the series that, especially the Prime series, gives the Metroids like a new appearance per game. They rarely look the same in 2 games, or they mutate or whatever. So the way that I think about it is that with the pirates, Silex can gain the information they learn from working with Mother Brain on how to clone Metroids, and they both have the common goal of taking down the Federation. Then with the whole parasitic thing that is seen more in the switch to Tech Demo Electric Boogaloo. Let me load that up real quick, because I have it here. I came prepared this stream.
Did you now?
Yeah, so in this trailer, there's another trailer that also sort of reveals it, but this confirms it, that these new Metroids, this could be a new Metroid strand that have the ability of attaching themselves into other beings and sort of force them to mutate. And this works with the lore, because we see that happening to Samus herself in Metroid Dread, so it's nothing too out of the ordinary. So I want to imagine that it's a new strand of Metroids that, instead of trying to siphon the energy out of their prey, they more or less try and take over and enhance the prey, or something along those lines. And Silex probably is able to control them, because they're all imprinted to him, or some other stuff like that. Who knows if they built yet another Mother Brain type of creature to control them, or something that Silex himself can do this. But the main interesting thing about this whole trailer and this whole setting that's supposed to be, that I think is easy to say, it's the beginning of Metroid Prime 4, much alike the invasion of Norian in Metroid Prime 3, is that Silex has Metroids. And throughout the entire history, it's been the goal of every main villain to get their hands on the Metroid in some capacity. Mother Brain tried to use them to take over the galaxy. The Space Pirates wanted to use it to take over the galaxy. Ridley goes through the entire trouble of invading the Ceres space station to get his hands on the 1 Metroid so they can clone them. And even Ravenbeak, a mocking Chozo, seeks out the Metroids. So how come Silex, having this sort of ultimate power weapon, is bothering with infiltrating this Federation facility? And that's to steal the new artifact MacGuffin that we see over here. The Federation, you see the Space Pirates breaking in down there. And then in this lovely Metroid transition scene, there it is. You can see the Federation troopers sort of taking it away. In the announcement trailer, you can see it better. There it is. It's the same thing. Notice it's the same thing as the Beyond that's in the logo of the game. So we can tell that it's important. So that's the main thing that they're after. And I'm willing to believe that this whole game and this whole Federation base is taking place in the planet Viros, which is a new planet. Because they're researching this new alien civilization they discovered. It wouldn't be out of the ordinary for the Federation to discover planets and try and study them. This is how, may I remind people, this is how the whole Zero mission started. The Federation discovered SR-3D8 and the Metroids in it. And then that ship containing the Metroids was raided by the space pirates. And that's how they got their hands on them. So I think Silex might be aware that this artifact over here, you know, this, I'll call it the time warp MacGuffin. It has the time warping abilities, and towards the end of here, you kill the boss fight. Silex walks in and makes his so cool entrance. They have their stare down, and then Silex readies the shock coil. But notice this. Oh, he's so fucking cool. I'm so sorry. Yeah, he's so neat. How do they make a guy with that goofy of a helmet seem so cool, man? Pew. He's firing at the MacGuffin, and that causes the MacGuffin to sort of activate. You know, it's the same thing as it's got the purple, it's in the game's logo, and there's the big explosion that sort of basically envelops the entire scene, and that's where it ends. I'm willing to bet that that will lead up to is it this one? To this trailer, where we see more of the planet. So the artifact causes a chain reaction that basically sends everything into a different time period, and that's why we see sort of Federation tech and all this other stuff being consumed by nature and whatever. And here Samus basically reappearing, I wouldn't say right after that cutscene. I think that the moment that she appears out of that time loop could be portal could be here. You see one portal over there like the Metroid Prime 2. Samus still doesn't have the purple lights, so she doesn't have her psychic powers yet, versus here, which I'm willing to say that this is after Samus, like basically Samus entering the planet after having the exposition dump from the new aliens and giving her psychic powers to try and get the MacGuffin and all this stuff back. So giving that, Watanabe said that he wanted to do time changes. Everything that we've seen so far, I'm willing to say it's on the same planet. It's just that depending on the time period that Samus is in, the environment will change. And perhaps actions that we do in a past setting will affect the future or something different. When in time is this versus the desert versus the Federation base, I think can be up to debate. Because again, with the time, it's sort of, I guess, irrelevant. So yeah, it's like Echoes. It's basically what Watanabe said. He wanted to make it like Echoes. So here we have the Lamorn, which are the new alien of this planet that bestows Samus with the psychic abilities, and they refer to her as their chosen one. Or so I guess that marks a sixth time in which Samus is like, or fifth time of Samus being the chosen one for some other alien species that was able to like foresee or whatever her arrival. Another interesting thing that this trailer shows is that there is now, you can not only sideswipe left and right, but you can also do it forwards and back, and then forwards and back, and then forwards and back, and then one step forward. So yeah, the main gimmick, Samus gets psychic abilities, which, as we can see, she can grab these orbs, and that's what I'm thinking will allow us to activate the portals to go into different time periods or interact with the environments. They show some of the new abilities of the updated Seeker missiles, if you may, where we now can control them with our mind and some bullet time. and even use the abilities to interact with the environment. And here's the cutscene I mentioned. Chosen one. So I want to imagine that Samus will be able to speak with the ghost of the Lamorn on specific areas or sections of the game. Much akin to maybe the scan logs from Echoes, and even here we can see something sort of generating, which is what I still want to say it's the time warping abilities and mechanics that Hanawe was mentioning. Who knows if that's opening a portal. And here we see like a statue being manifested from probably another time period. Again, the Federation base, this is one of the mechs in the earlier segment. And there's more of that's the boss that we saw earlier. Another boss that's infected by the Metroid. So we know that Silex is here. Especially because of the new trailer that we just saw, of course. So, yeah. It is, I believe that this is like the artifact or MacGuffin that will allow whoever has it to just activate a time portal of sorts, you know? And then at the end, we can't forget the reveal of the Viola suit. The bike is called Viola, but in the Nintendo Today app, they also announced that it's the Viola suit, or at least they call it Traje Viola, which is, you know, Viola suit in English. And that leads us to the newest trailer, in which Samosa has a bike. Here, I want to say that these are more a different area or structure of the Lamorn. I think that the main gist is that we're going to be able to see the Lamorn civilization and planet Vuros in different time periods. So that brings us to the elephant in the Metroid discourse room of this decade, I guess. The Viola bike. So I saw somebody in chat say that they didn't like the bike because it kind of ruins the immersion because it looks more earthly in present time than the sci-fi. And I guess I get that. It's probably the wheels, but I wouldn't really bother too much with that because, again, the game is all about periods of time and, like, time eras. So, like, who knows if this is sort of like a more earlier Vuros technology before it's a hover bike. Who knows if we can like turn the hover bike into the bike into a hover bike in the later period. I don't think that it matters too much because in Metroid we've rarely seen like land-based vehicles in general. And
Have we ever seen land-based vehicles in Metroid? Now that I think about it.
I mean, there was like some carrying crates in Federation Force. There were some trains using like suspension technology in like the Pirate Homeworld and Metroid Prime 3. And that's kind of basically it. The rest has always been like through elevators or transports. I don't really mind it too much because it's the same game series that has Samus turn into a ball to traverse and use half pipes and like elevators and other doors and stuff like that. So I just see this like some different time period Vuros technology, Lamorn technology, if I may. More it could be more modern day equivalent. The machine that the leader used another M. Yeah, the Pharaoh Crusher. But the Pharaoh Crusher is more like a construction vehicle that had like some defensive capabilities, not so much like a vehicle. Yeah, there's also trains in Dread, the monorails, correct. Thank you for that, chat. Gosh, I'd much rather do it this way than talking by myself in a void. So, let's get to the elephant in the room, the big empty area. The main reason I wouldn't be worried about this, for anybody who might be concerned about it, is that I'm taking this as it just being a different time period of what we saw before. And that it will probably be segments in which connect all the different maps in one sort of centralized hub that might be the thing that we use to change between time periods, and that will change with a progression much like Nier Automata had with the city ruins. And the reason, oh, thank you for the follow. And the main thing that I wouldn't also be like also too worried about it is because taking a note from Nier, that game had still a lot of secret. That area in that game had, oh my goodness, that scared me. That area had a bunch of hidden secrets and hidden things that you had to discover, much like a Metroidvania. The main difference is that you didn't need them to like make progress in the game, but like you could find Adam's glasses, hidden weapons, hidden side missions, hidden chips for your androids, and Emil's hideout away with its own secret area and secret boss and all this other stuff. Like, I wouldn't really be concerned about this because it really didn't show much, but I'm taking it as it's an area that you can change to different time periods, and they just use this one because it's the better way to showcase the different landmarks of the different regions without much visual obstruction that impedes along the way, and that it might be an area that changes depending on the time period. So the question is, why go to the hub world route instead of the Dark Souls Prime 1, Prime 2 of interconnected world? Well, to offer something different, because it's sort of like a weird case that I don't feel is just sort of executive meddling, but also fans' feedback. Because in the years of me talking with newcomers who like played Metroid Prime and they're just jumping into those games and whatever, I've heard three main complaints. One is the speed of travel for Samus, or in like her actual physical movement speed. And then wanting something that was faster or more akin to the Dread movement. And yes, I know Samus has the speed booster and whatever, but I think that being on a bike just visually translates a little bit easier than just Samus sprinting from one place to the other. And I want to just take the moment to appreciate the fact that this bike has so many different textures and details and stuff along the lines, and they take this incredible care with the idle animations of Samus on the bike, the way that it leaves a trail of dust, and you can see the wheel and Samus's leg kind of like leaving another trail and all this stuff, and that it has some combat capabilities, and more importantly, that it's even used for exploration to just cross chasms in which something like maybe the speed boost, the grapple beam couldn't surmise, or space jump, but you know, you can just easily jump out of it. So I would see it as just like a morph ball too. But going back to what I was saying with why use a centralized hub world, is to make the world feel more interconnected and the areas more interconnected. So that way, depending on the time period, maybe we see more of how one area slowly becomes the next one, instead of I've reached an elevator room and now I'm going down into another elevator room. Again, I want to use Nier Automata as a reference because that game uses it for its exploration, and it uses it for its storytelling and its world building with the city ruins section. If nobody has played that, can like just I would recommend that it's on the Switch. So like the Samus on the bike is just a way for the means of transportation, so that way you have two varying speeds. Samus going fast in her bike, and Samus going slowly in the more Metroid Prime compact areas in the map that we see earlier. So that way, if you're exploring or you want to take things slower, you can just get off the bike and walk around and explore. But if you need the speed, and I guess rooms permitting, you can go fast and speed it up on the bike. And the hub world is essentially to try and circumvent the issue that happened with Metroid Prime 3, where they wanted to have all these worlds and stuff. But because you had to be on the gunship to go from one place to the other, there was just a lot of like downtime, you know? There was so much downtime that with here, you're at least giving players the option of how fast and how slowly they can traverse the world. I'm not saying that it's like the solution. I'm not here to necessarily defend it because I want to wait until the game comes out. But I'm just trying to provide what might have been the development process or or thought about it. So like, with the when I saw Samus bike, my first thought was Samus and Elma racing in a skill, the Viola. I would pay for I would pay for seeing that. But like, I think the important thing for us to take about the bike is that in this 1 minute and 45 seconds, and all the like total of 20 minutes that we have of Metroid Prime 4 footage, it's only 1 minute of the trailer before it goes back to the traditional Metroid sort of rooms and explorations that we want to explore. Their solution to the open world thing that Metroid fans wanted is just to make rooms bigger and more approachable, and different ways for you to traverse it with different time periods or settings of the planet. So what better way to circumvent one of those issues than giving Samus a bike? But the fact that we still see all of this sort of internal exploration, morph ball tunnels. Samus is still on foot, and not on her bike. In these more Metroid Prime rooms is what just tells me that the bike just seems like something that they want to use for mobility purposes rather than like necessarily a gimmick. So I feel like for me, like the natural course of evolution that comes with a bike is just trying to make a lot of small rooms connected via doors, and just a way for these worlds to feel more connected because there's a lack of doors and we're just using the loading screen, the zones as a way to load and give the players more action than just going from one door to the other, because I haven't really seen a regular Metroid door outside of the Prime 2, the Switch 2, demo. For me, I hope the bike isn't one-off and it's just used in the open areas. I think that they'll probably incorporate it. Oh my gosh, he's so cool.
The entire whole Samus on the bike reminds me of the Discord of Wolf Link.
Yeah, like the way I'm seeing the bike chat, and I think the best way I can, I guess, paint it with Nintendo example is the bike is Samus's Epona, where you use it in a main hub world to go from one place to the other and make them feel more interconnected, and have the opportunity to see the before and after changes of the time warping abilities, and perhaps being used for some puzzles and stuff like that. I would bring up Arkham Knight, but it doesn't give me the same sort of Arkham Knight worries, because as of now, of course, because there's so little that we know. But I want to say that because we're past those games and it's a Nintendo stuff, I was trying to equate it more to, Ocarina of Time and Nier Automata, with the way they handle the hub world, and they're just giving you a means of transportation that goes faster from one place to the other. But in the case of the Viola, you're using it to solve puzzles, as they show with the jumping over the gaps, but not necessarily like it's just Breath of the Wild with Metroid, but more, I guess, Metroid Prime trying to go closer to something like Majora's Mask, or in that regard, where like depending on the day or the time, different things might happen in the world, and they're just giving you a bike as a faster means to go from one place to another, or as an option, of course. I'm willing to say that the bike will probably come in halfway through the game or something along those lines, definitely after you collect the suit. And if Echoes is anything to go off, we'll get that after it's like after a major hurdle and all these other things, and they just want to make the world feel like a little bit more seamless, so that there's not many doors and elevators and stuff that you can go, but they also want to offer the newer crowd who maybe doesn't like the slower approach of exploration that the Metroid Prime games tends to have, a alternative that makes it go fast, and that it offers something new to the Metroid series. So that way it's not just Speed Booster again and all this other stuff. Like, I like the fact that they're embracing new ideas, and that for what it seems to be they're trying to add more to Samus's exploration arsenal that just happens to also have things for you to interact in terms of combat and stuff like that. But those are my takes.
2 cents.
Yeah, those are my 2 cents. A bit unrelated to the current topic, but where do you think Prime 4 will stand in the timeline after Federation Force, but before Metroid 2? All right, sweet. I mentioned this again, but I mentioned this a few minutes ago, but I'll address it real quick again. So I think this is actually after Super Metroid, possibly even after Dread, because the teaser trailer shows Cosmic Year 2000X9. And the Japanese commercial and manual for Super Metroid places that game in the Cosmic Year 20X5. So I want to say that this has to be either before or after Fusion and Dread. I think it can work in either case, but it's at least after Super Metroid. We don't have a Cosmic Year for other Fusion or Dread, as far as I'm aware. I tried and see. So like I wanted to see just how like that could work, but it's at least after Super. I think it's cool. Each Metroid Prime has something new cool, like 2 beams, ammos, 3 face on, 4 biking with helmet. Yeah, like I know that it might be hard for some to just see how the bike can be used for exploration, but I've like always considered like I'm equating this to the same type of like more also like the Goron mask in Majora's Mask, and how you could use that for mobility, for combat, and to just cross the gaps. But it wasn't just like the Goron mask game and stuff like that. I just saw it like an evolution. Like I don't think the evolution necessarily just needs to be the story. It needs to be gameplay, and I honestly one that doesn't think that Metroid, or especially the Metroid Prime games, need voice acting, because then it kind of like takes you away from the isolation and exploration, which is what some people were complaining with Fusion and other and the likes. I feel like the perfect balance is something like Dread, where there's just a few cutscenes where characters talk, and voice acting wouldn't be too much of a new thing in general, just because Corruption also was basically completely voice acted, and I wouldn't be surprised. And I think that's already back in the game, because like in the Switch 2 demo they showed. No, I did it again, where I double click on it instead of drag and dropping into VLC. Whoops. Like over here, you know, we can literally see that there's voice acting in the game. There's troopers talking to Samus as she's moving, and there's troopers still discussing with Samus, similar to Metroid Prime 3. I think if they gave Samus the ability to just answer or talk all the time, it kind of ruins the immersion. And I feel like the coolest thing about Dreads is that it chose when does Samus speak, and that matters more for the story. For the gameplay, with a bike, it's just an alternative means for the exploration and puzzles that might come with it. We didn't really complain much about like Metroid Prime 1 is just a game on the first person perspective. 2 introduced the different worlds. 3 had the different 3 didn't really also introduce much, to come to think of it, because the gunship is just a glorified elevator. The hyper mode is just a glorified combat maneuver that is used for like a few like shoot here, insert Johnny, some call me Johnny's meme here, of rip off that panel, access keypad and whatever. So I see the bike as more of what maybe they wanted to do with a gunship, in like giving Samus mobility options while staying to the Metroid Prime formula. They just haven't shown enough for us to have a full glimpse of how it works, and I can understand how that might be concerning for some players. But I think it's still too early to just judge based on it. Oh, one thing I did want to mention, and I did want to show that is unrelated to that, is, of course, I think we're all in the right until we have um, the game. Like there are also more combat options that they've shown in the second trailer. They showed the that we went over. They showed the new beams that Samus can maneuver or control with her mind. That very same trailer with the bike also show us over here. You know, the bike can be used for combat. You can sideswipe into enemies. You can still shoot these things. So it's a different type of combat. There's the sideswipe for like a melee damage with a bike. It can be used for exploration to cross chasms or maybe other speed challenges for doors. But also here, I'm waiting for her to get off the bike. In one of these shots, you can see that she has a secondary beam. I don't really remember where, so I can't like pinpoint it exactly. Yeah, there it is. You can see here, she's got like a secondary fire beam of sorts, and you can see that the psychic beam controlling attack also has its dedicated ammo, just like the missiles, and that'll sort of like slow down time. There might be a chance in which we get the shock coil in all this beam ammo return, maybe if at least for the psychic abilities. So like in the other trailer and in the same Nintendo Treehouse Switch 2 demo, they also showcased that Samus can now dash forwards and back as well as side to side. Like we see there, you can use that to have a sort of a gap closer or just dodge enemy attacks by moving backwards. So like there's already enough of mobility and other combat abilities for Samus on foot revealed in the past 3 or 4 trailers, and now they're just like taking those. But just to end this segment so we can go and play the game, and I'm pretty sure anybody who was watching this on YouTube has already clicked away because of attention spans, and I don't blame them because we've been here yapping forever. Beam ammo returning is fine as long as we don't have to do the thing where we have to use specific beams to get certain ammo charges. That drove me nuts, but that was so simple though. Break with dark beam, get light beam ammo. Break with light beam ammo, get dark beam ammo. And you kind of, even if you ran out of beam for dark or light beam, you could still charge for a mini beam to at least get those back. But I doubt it might be from that. I'm pretty sure that they probably took all those things into consideration. Which is what I wanted to say, is that it really does seem like from a lot of the things that they took a lot of the things and feedbacks from other games into consideration. So also here's the new render that they had for the Viola suit. You know, I think it's super clean. The more I look at it, the more I'm in love with it. It goes alongside the Viola bike, which I'm just glad that it sort of blends with the suit. It shows us that it's sort of like in the same, that like belong together type of stuff. It's got the purple energy, so who knows if even it can be used for something else with the charge that it has in the center. But the last thing I wanted to mention are the amiibos, because there's 3 of them, but mostly specifically this Silex's pose and all this other stuff is stepping on what I'm going to assume is a Federation helmet, which is actually a pretty cool callback to Silex's introduction cutscene in Metroid Prime Hunters, in which he crashes on the Federation. He's stepping on the body of whatever he killed, and he's doing his roar in the same pose as this. So like, I love the fact that this is just a callback to Metroid Prime Hunters, and I'm gonna look for the clip in my hard drive before we load up the game to play. We can still keep talking about the game and all this other stuff, but I just wanted to do this as a general thing of all that we know. I think it's still too early to see that, and I'm just playing devil's advocates on both sides. I understand why fans might be concerned about the bike and if there's a hub world or not, but I wanted to sort of say that I don't think it's just going to be an open barren desert. They've shown you know, they now shown like the lava areas and these icy cliffside areas and blizzards and a foresty jungle and all these other things that will be taking place on the same planet, just on different time periods, as Tanabe seemed to have implied on his introduction. Let me see, is this? No. I guess we'll watch it. I guess we'll watch it horizontally, chat, because that's how I recorded this segment. This is how I recorded this segment of the video. So yeah, he does the 2 swipes, and then that's the pose that the amiibo is referencing. Obviously, updated, modernized, but he's still standing and crushing a helmet. But yeah, he's from planet Silosis. But yeah, that's it for my rundown of Metroid Prime 4. So for those watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I would like to hear your thoughts. Why do you like the bike? Why do you dislike the bike? What do you hope they might do with it and all this other stuff? Because I would like to see more and just be able to maybe do a follow-up video about this later. And I hope to see you in the next video or stream. Sweet, now the YouTube video is recorded. All right, guys, now I'm gonna load the game. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I hope it was informative and enjoyable to you guys. Thank you for chiming in with your worries and concerns. I'm not trying to say that if you're concerned about the bike, that you should not be concerned about the bike. I'm just trying to say, like, from someone who might be, excited at the prospect that Metro is being whack again and weird again, that we should probably give it a chance, because I remember back in the day when like the original Metroid Prime was coming out, everybody was immediately like, I don't like that it's first person, it's turning into Halo, and like, this isn't Metroid, I don't see how this is progressing the Metroid formula. And then Metroid Prime came out and everybody just absolutely adored it. I feel like we should still keep our minds open to the idea. The fact, I should probably recorded that in the video, but who cares? I feel like, given the fact that Tanabe and the Retro team are always trying to add like a new gimmick into the games, that I'm glad that it's something that works for both combat and exploration. And that's kind of what I'm excited for. Because like in Echoes, it really felt like exploration with the changing between worlds. And then Corruption was more combat because it was just a Hypermoon show. And here I feel like they made like a little bit of a compromise where the bike can be used for exploration, but it could also be used for combat. And in the same way that we were like harping on or complaining before, or at least those of us who were there to see Prime being released, about going into first person and that they're ruining Metroid and I don't see it and blah blah blah. Then suddenly Prime came out and it's like one of the best games ever, and it found ways to revolutionize the game, that I think like we should just at least wait until another trailer and give it a chance, but not necessarily saying, oh, don't worry about your concerns. You know, I'm just trying to like offer a different alternative perspective in case to just help out. But by all means, please take my word for what you feel it's worth. I'm just some random guy yapping about Metroid on the internet and all that stuff. Honestly, I don't care about the haters are saying about the bike. I've been waiting for 2007 to play. Nothing will stop me to play this. More power to you, but I think that being concerned is also equally right, because I want to say that some of the people that are concerned about the bike have also been waiting the game since 2007, and maybe they seem more hesitant on the new ideas and the realistic issues that might come from those, especially with how Nintendo has kind of jumped the gun on the whole open world thing. So that's why I'm trying to make this video, just offer both sides a little
It's
bit.
also a very healthy state of mind to be concerned about the state of an upcoming game.
Exactly.
Because if not, we get Pokemon.
Exactly. I don't mind people who are concerned with the game, and I feel like they're in the right, and I can totally understand where they're coming from. So like I try to just offer like an alternative perspective. One my question: do you think the Metroid Prime and Dark Samus facing will somehow return? Or no? Tanabe has confirmed that Phazon is no longer a thing since 2017, my guy. Phazon, and he specifically said that the story regarding Phazon and Dark Samus are officially over, and that he wanted to move along with Silex's stories and all that can happen. So I really doubt that there's going to be a way for Phazon to return, and if it does, oh gosh, that'd be such a cop-out, I'm not going to lie. Because that would deflate the whole battle against the corruption and stuff like that. The black segments just need to have some depth to them and I'll be good. I agree. I want to say that there'll be some depth because they showed at least 3 or 4 different things that the bike can do in the span of 1 minute. That like I feel like they might just showcase that a little bit more in a later trailer, but I also do like the fact that they're not showing too much so that those things might be like a surprise, you know? Dark Samus has been dead since 2007, Chad. I don't know how to tell you this. Pawn has already coped with her disappearance. She's not taking it well. Alright. Alright, so after all that yapping, I definitely need to get some water. We don't need another phase on Crisis. Yeah, I mean. So how is the project recollection? Is everything fine? Oh, I'm glad that I'm glad that you asked. It's doing fine. Like there's been so much things going on in my life that I've had to put it since the Kickstarter didn't work, or we didn't receive the funding. And partially is because of us, and there's a lot of things that I learned from that, so I'm taking it as a massive growing experience that was super fun. I'm just sort of taking the opportunity to flesh out more some of the ideas and some of the things that were written for it, so that way we can come back and prepare better with more time for a second attempt at the Kickstarter, or at least just find enough fundings to pay so I can pay the artists that I want to collaborate with for their times, and I'll just do the rest that I would have to do, which is like animating, sound design, writing, directing, and all this other stuff out of my own pocket, because I'd just be excited to tell that story for you guys and what have you. I still have like some new concepts and some new ideas and stuff that have been implemented, and it's going well. Part of the reason I haven't really done much Orpheon videos is because I've spent more of my free time working on that than doing Orpheon or Metroid videos, just because like, you know, the YouTube algorithm really likes to change and really likes to screw smaller channels. So I like to do the videos mostly because I think they're fun. I like to share my brain rot. I like entertaining you guys. But it does also, like, you know, I gotta be realistic that the time that it takes to make one video can be used for this original creative endeavor that may or may not be my take on a Metroid series without having to use the Metroid characters or Metroid branding. You know, I am still hard at work with it. I am happy to share more information about that or questions that you might have. Feel free to ask. If it's something I can answer, I will go. And I even have this one thingy. Hold on, I'm definitely changing my chibi again. Hello, I'm one of the protagonists. I wish Project Recollection was a Metroid inspired indie game, being honest. Well, Like there is another project that is like my, I guess, Metroidvania indie project. But I just said it in a different world that I think I liked more and that would lend itself more for the video game format than the series format. Cause like it's just me learning coding and stuff like that. Hold on here. Now I'm gonna be a funny little guy. Ha, look at me, I'm so small. Why is the skull chibi so small? It doesn't really matter. But yeah, like there is another project. It's way too early. Just like Metroid Prime 4, I'm saying things. I'm getting way ahead of myself. But there's several like Metroid inspired indie projects that I'm doing. But the one for Recollection, Gabe and I really wanted to make into a game at first. But for now, I think it works better as a show series. And then the game, because also the game idea we had was nothing Metroidvania related. But for that, I'll leave you with my co-host Gabe for a second while I get some water real quick. I'm thirsty.
Hey, it is me. It is me, Chad. We're not talking Metroid anymore. Haha. Joke's on you. I know nothing about Metroid. I can count the Metroid games with one hand that I played. And completed with less. Tackle. He's not here for the Tomboy tax.
I just got back, so
You paid 15 for the Tomboy tax? Damn.
well, last time I said I did 10, so
Alright, yeah, true. Is that maybe, I mean, we can. We can do that. We can talk about the elephant in the room, if you may.
or the lizard in the room.
The lizard in the on the heating lamp with the rock. All right. But no, Chad. Here. Actually, I got a question for you, Chad. What Switch games are you waiting for that is not Metroid? Like, what Switch games are you actually guys excited for? First party, by the way, first party.
Kirby Air Riders.
You know,
Alright,
me
I'm
too.
back.
I'm actually excited for Kirby Air Rider.
Yeah, I'm also excited for Air Riders.
Never played the first one, so
Really recommend it. I think that Kirby Air Ride is arguably one of the best party games out there. Uh, me do not have a Switch, but me like Kirby Air Riding. Yeah, me too. So how your Recollection protagonist and Samosa would interact? Well, that was one of the two protagonists. And I think the interaction would be very funny because Samosa is a few words, but the character I just showed, whose code name is Red, she's got a real name. It's Samantha. Um, she's more of a talker, so I think it'd be a funny scenario given that Samus is one of few words. Anyways, Hutatas?
Hotata.
My controller ain't working. Hello? Is this thing on? Am I all alone? Is anyone there? I need a bigger gun. There we go. So we have to go to the Seafoam Islands then, right?
Yes.
yes.
That's what I read online.
All right. So, in terms of the thing with recollection, also for that one comment about being a game, it's just that producing it as a series, as a like original indie web series, even would seem more feasible. Game dev is very difficult, and though Gabe and I have experience in working on game development and stuff like that, it's still a process that takes a lot of time and a lot of funding and a lot of trial and error that we don't really have much of the time. It's also the fact that, like, personally, I have a background more in film and animation. So, like, this was a story that I always sort of had in mind, and I felt like if I were going to make it into a Metroidvania, I'd just be forcing a story that doesn't really benefit from being a Metroidvania game as much as I think it might be. And then I had a different idea for like the gameplay and thinking about it as mechanics and working on the game Bible with Gabe's feedback that we just thought would fit the Metroidvania much more than the recollection setting and characters and stuff like that. That's not to say that like it would work or in the future would, but I would rather just at least be able to tell the story in the format that it was intended for, and then see about adapting it to a game and whatever. I say whatever a lot. I don't like that. Midnight, if you're here, what other words can I use instead of whatever? Hi again, fellas. It's been a while since I was here. I can't believe it, but they made Samosa into a Kamen Rider. I know, right?
Kamen Rider.
Kamen Rider. Samosa. I'm personally excited for the bike, but I also understand those who are not. And to be quite honest, it's healthy for people to be aware of raising their eyebrows. Because, like, you know, I guess some people could see it as Pokemon Scarlet Violet, Zelda Breath of the Open Wilds, Tears of the Snores of the Kingdom. So, I hate this. I hate this.
I love this.
I hate this.
I love this. So far, every Machoke fusion has been either
Oh my
funny or
God.
great. Buff Axew is the greatest thing I've seen today.
No, I don't think. Oh my goodness.
Ooh,
Oh my god,
my
is that
gosh.
some Flora fucking Necrozma?
I guess.
that's cool.
It'd be a
Too
shame
bad
if
it's
my
a
sister-
fucking trainer battle, because goddamn, fusing
Yeah.
Necrozma would be fucking badass.
But yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't mind if those players are also concerned because, like, not too long ago we had a Pokemon game suddenly introduce some bikes that looked weird in a big open desert type of gameplay, and we absolutely hated it. But like, I felt like they showed a lot more with Prime 4, and given the fact that Nintendo shut down a game and then they restarted development, that they might be onto something. I'll at least give it the benefit of the doubt, but I also won't be seeing more trailers until the game comes out. I want to go completely blind into it. Don't tell me we need dive.
No,
Okay, no.
You might need dive.
No,
no,
you will
don't
dive
need
these
dive.
nuts.
There's only one game where dive is a mechanic, and that's Gen 3.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Aegis/Biplume. That's
Oh,
interesting,
Vileplume,
alright.
yes. Gabe, how do you know these immediately?
This,
Well, because it looks like a Biplume and doesn't Aegislash.
and also the names.
Yeah, Aegiplume.
Okay, guys, I have square brain.
No, you have...
My
One
brain,
brain.
my brain right now is just
Hell.
Samus is on a bike and Lizard.
Look. Your brain has two brain cells that are being hold together with a string, and the string is Samus and Elma kissing.
Hey, it's not my fault that Nintendo made the ship canon.
I can confirm this. I have seen it.
You can confirm this. Do I need to pull out the Pepe Silva meme? Honestly, I'm equally hyped because can someone explain why was Silex aura farming in the end of the trailer? Because he's Silex. He's been
We don't
aura
really
farming.
know the answer to that,
He's
I
been
guess.
aura farming since Hunters for unknown purposes. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, Crystalia.
You know
I
what?
mean, we caught a few of those on the Sapphire, right?
Yeah. Should I throw one ball or save this? I'm gonna save my balls.
Yeah, save it. We don't know what else is gonna pop in.
Whoa!
Ooh, Combusken. That means we can get a Blaziken.
We've also had Torchics forever.
Down. Right.
Yeah, who
You're not
cares?
gonna get the Pokeball?
No.
Might be something good.
Is Twitch going crazy? The stream is frozen.
Uh,
I don't.
no.
You might want to refresh.
Oh.
I haven't seen an issue on mine. We need strength. If Metroid movie happens, what are you gonna do? Cry. Because I really don't want a Metroid movie, chat. Series? Okay, I'll give it a chance because I just think that the type of stories
Look.
Metroid does fits the series format, animated
All right.
series format more than a movie.
I'm gonna be honest, Chad. I saw the Mario movie. I didn't hate it, but I also don't think it's a good movie.
It's yeah. It's a lot of I know what that is with no arcs or no point to the story.
And honestly, with who they pick for the Zelda movie, I'm afraid with any kind of other like Nintendo media that they might create come up with.
Like I think that like
Said Delphox, why not?
it's just a face. It's just a face.
He's just happy to see you. He
He's
wants to
just
give you a
happy
hug.
to
Look.
see you. Shame I will thunderbolt it to death.
I mean, you can also Night Slash. Yeah, super effective.
I was trying to go for the stat bonus.
Super effective is always stronger than stab.
Yeah, but that one, as we saw the bar go down so little. So slowly, I mean.
Porygon Primeape.
Wait, I forget. We have I have the Epion trainer. Oh, lightning
yeah.
rod? Shit.
Okay, that's interesting. Rowrom?
Yeah, I was thinking Rowron. The Metro movie will only be good if we get Jack. It's great. Oh gosh. I just don't think that we need a movie. TV shows, like a series that like be in the same vein of something like Samurai Jack. There's more show, don't tell, and has the opportunity to, and the time to just develop the world and the lore might fit the spirit of Metroid better than a movie that has to be like 2.5 hours. What the fuck? Who's this Pokemon?
That's Rampardos and the anchor Pokemon from Black and White. No, wait, the anchor Pokemon was from Alola.
Oh, okay, so no wonder I don't.
I forgot the name of the anchor from Sun and Moon.
Oh, okay.
It's a Ghost Grass Pokemon.
All right, there it is. There she is. The Epion trainer.
There she is.
No, whoops, that's moving.
Delmice, that's the one. Thank you, Caitlyn.
Like, instead of making a Metroid movie, why not just make another Metroid game? That's all I'm saying. I'm so disappointed that instead of getting like a new Mario game, we got a new Mario movie. Well, I see this Pokemon fusion, and all I see is it going.
Whoa.
Do you know Samurai Jack is Professor Utonium who went to Japan with a time machine? Grass fire. That's an interesting typing. What can I hit it with? I'm just gonna put Grow just so that it doesn't just throw me a fire move and it kills Zapzor. Lucky Chant? Wow, I'm so out of... What are these Pokemon moves? Oh my gosh. Somebody in the red chat is saying, Mercury Steam. Okay, we need an Easter egg for the next Metroid game. What should we do? Yoshio Sakamoto. Let's create a hunter based on that Orpheon YouTube guy as a reference. As honored as I would be, please don't put me in the Metroid games. Just put a new character. Oh gosh.
I'm sorry, I just been stuck trying to comprehend fucking Reshiram Oddish this entire time.
I mean, it killed my Grow so I gotta take it with respect.
I mean, yeah, it's Reshiram.
Anuagon.
And there is back again.
Look at its derpy little face.
We're back into a
Fuchsia City.
Yep.
So that's just the Seafoam Islands? I thought there were more of them.
No, I think you just went right into the other exit instead of trying to go a different direction on the caves.
Yeah, well, I need somebody with strength. Oh wait, I think we gave that to the Crocodile Swampert fusion.
Yes.
Alright, while I'm here, might as well buy some repels and stuff and Pokeballs.
Some balls.
Some balls.
Some balls. Where's the market in this fucking town?
Yeah.
That's the neat part. There is no market.
There is one.
You liar. Filthy liar.
Taco, why you lying to me?
Boons. Talk to the guy next to you. Okay, nothing. I just...
How's my day been so far? Very busy. So busy. And I got a lot of other stuff to do after the stream, so like... I'm gonna be pooped by the end of the day. But, you know, it could be worse. I think it would be funny and cool unless they don't use that character to get killed by Samosa. That would be cold for Mikary's team. Hey, if Samosa were to kill me, I would see it as a worthy death.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would tell her. I would say thank you. It was at least Samosa. She's so neat. Like my lizard. And like Samantha. And like Blue. Oh, mother bitch. Oh gosh, it's It's Mega
Flygon?
Flygon. We found them.
Flygon and Drifloon.
Yep.
Mega Flygon.
That's a big head.
I almost forgot you have Trainer Epion. Well, I also almost forgot until I saw it. I just think she's.
Is that going to be a
in general.
Slugma Salamence? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And it's dead.
You just recollected, yeah. I recollected that we had our dear cute Epion as a very neat trainer. And what if it was Ridley? I would be severely underwhelmed.
just
I think like
Kecleon.
I'm burned down on Ridley, chat.
Kecleon might be good to fuse.
I'm gonna throw one Ultra Ball at it. It dies.
No.
Would you say she's also spunky? Who, Epion? If so, yes. I also learned that apparently I have a tomboy. No, she's just a cutie. I also learned yesterday that apparently I own a Pokemon card that can be sold for up to $6,000, and I'm very much now concerned.
What card is it?
Mega Rayquaza.
Oh.
Yep.
It's a secret rare. Sorry, I should say Mega Shiny Mega Rayquaza secret rare.
Mm.
It was from my old X and Y days Rayquaza deck.
Yay, ice puzzles.
Of course, it only costs that much if it's like best I can offer is $5. Of course, it's worth that if it's a grade at like 10 PSA and whatever, but like I see that it's like it can go up to I doubt it's gonna be worth that much, given that it's been on my deck box forever because it was a card I used in tournaments, and if not in like a binder. It's still in great condition though, so I don't know how I could get it graded here though. With some kind of tool. Fantop.
Ooh. I love Phantom.
Me too, die.
No, Phantom.
I killed the spooky.
Oh, why would you?
I'm sorry, Zabzor is too strong, man. So... Cresilia's common spawn is so funny.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm trying to see how... I don't think I can get up there.
I think you have to go get that ball from the other side.
What other...
Probably.
Oh, so you probably get that item on your way back. On my way back from where? I thought that I could
Yeah.
get...
Oh,
I thought I would get it from
Maybe
talking
from
to that
above.
guy.
Maybe there's a hole. Remember, like this cave had like holes where you drop off from.
nope.
Oh, is there no like? Is that just like one floor?
That's why I went out the
See.
other exit, and I was like, well, maybe there's one more than one.
You might need like the
Pokemon
whatever tool will let
Fusion.
you climb the ice wall.
How
And, yeah.
to
And I assumed that I had to solve like that ice
that.
puzzle and get it from that NPC who's over there. Beyond the Pokeball.
Oh. Go to Cinnabar Island.
I'll try.
Phantom. Do you
Zabzor,
have any
no!
Dust Balls? No. Why would you do that?
He's too powerful, man.
Phantom. You could fly over there. Okay, now go down. Like swim down.
Oh.
You must swim.
I like to fish. Oh, Super Rod.
Awesome.
Supposedly, you have to swim down from Cinnabar Island
Whoa.
to find. This entire game would have been 100% different if we had that one instead of Hutata.
If that was the Hutata evolution.
I think we found the Satan equivalent of Hutata.
You know what that means? Blowfish. Why blowfish?
Why blowfish?
You know what that means? Fish.
Supposedly swimming down. Oh, go down.
This is for the other islands.
No, go down. This is not for the other islands, apparently. This is for Mount Ember.
Oh my gosh, what is this song?
Really good. It's a really good song. That's what it is.
Oh, it's gone.
Aw, boo.
Oh, oh.
Metagross!
Oh
hell
my
yeah.
gosh.
Don't kill him.
Tell that
Remember, he has a
Zapzor.
low catching rate, so we need to, like, weaken him somehow. No. All of that is gonna kill him. You're 20 levels above him.
Everything is 20 levels above him.
No, but there are other Pokemons. There are Darktile. Darktile can put him to sleep.
The Mr. Brainy Sailing Orsty from Hoenn.
I
don't remember
forgot
that.
that's what Dark Tile looked like.
I didn't. Hypnosis.
Looks sick.
I know.
Okay. Now catch it.
Ultra Ball?
Yep. Nightmare's gonna weaken him slightly every single turn, so...
That he's asleep, and knowing how my luck is. It says that we already have one, though.
Do we?
There's a Pokeball.
I don't think... Doesn't matter, let's catch it anyway, because I don't remember seeing we have a Metagross, and if we do, we just fuse both Metagross.
Well, I think
think
that
you
maybe
just
the
get Mega
Metagross is...
Metagross.
Metagross... It's probable that the Metagross we have was from a trait, and we cannot fuse it.
Probably.
What are these movesets? There's an attack.
There
I
we
have
go.
both questions. Are emus dangerous / aggressive? Yes, they can be very aggressive.
Yes, they are.
Most land-based birds are aggressive. Except for penguins. But those are more considered water-based. You know, ostriches, emus, kurosawas, chickens,
Chickens.
rails.
Kangaroos.
Aw,
What? Kangaroos are not bears?
Yes, they are.
no, they are?
Yes.
I don't think they are.
Yes, they are.
Alright, switch out of Dark Tide. Go with Growlithe. He's probably gonna resist more of the attacks. Right now, this is just a game of like catch the super high, the super low rate catching Pokemon. Metagross has almost legendary catching rate.
Legendary these nuts.
Do you have any dive balls? Would that make any difference?
No, I think not, because we're not diving.
Mm. I was just saying that because you're in a... I thought maybe if you're in like a water-based biome.
Chief, I think I might have to kill it. Cherish Ball, go for swapping it out. Oh!
I was this close to be like, oh shit. I think a Great Ball is not gonna catch it.
What about a gender ball?
A Gender Ball is just gonna not work because Metagross doesn't have a gender.
I'm gonna throw it a luxury ball. Maybe it wants to be Gucci.
Yeah, maybe he wants to be Gucci.
He does not want to be Gucci.
Try a Toxic Ball. Maybe he wants to be Prada.
I get it.
Nope.
Oh, well, now he's
Oh
poisoned.
god! Oh god! Ultra Ball! Ultra Ball! Ultra Ball! Ultra Ball!
He did.
Alright, I'm just gonna restart the game. This was a complete waste of everyone's time and Pokeballs. And we didn't do anything anyways. Gosh.
God damn it.
How to get poison at steel? I'm assuming it was because of the toxic ball. Oh, wait, I saw a dip on the stream. Where am I again? Alright.
Where are you again? I don't know.
Fuchsia City.
Home?
Why are we in Fuchsia City? Oh, the
Oh, because you didn't.
healing Pokemon saves in this game.
Oh, okay, that's good actually. That means you probably bought the items already.
Returned.
No.
Oh, now we know where Metagross is. Let's just swing.
Yeah, I just want to make progress.
Yeah. Also, you're gonna stream for us on the Discord.
Hold on, give me a second. Stimulating the Pokemon economy. Also, I might, depending on how it goes, I might have to end the stream earlier than intended today. Just because, like I mentioned, I have so many stuff to do after the stream. Among them, phone calls. Alright, let's fly. I'm just seeing the Mewtwo Toadette. How did it get poisoned? It's steel. It got malware. Pokemon games are so eternal, man. They're so long.
Well, I gotta head out.
Alright, see ya, Taco.
See you later. Have a good
Alright,
rest
run.
stream.
Thank you. Just finished Pokemon Glazed. 55 hours. What is that? Okay, maybe I don't want to know what's that.
Me neither. With a title like that, yeah.
Don't even know what type of games Mewtwo is playing.
Mewtwo's playing some very interesting stuff. Yeah, I remember it's one of those. You have to use the currents, my friend.
I am using the currents, my friend. I'm just trying to see where the currents take me. It's a super famous ROM hack. Oh, okay. Well, if it's so famous, how come I haven't heard of it? Gosh, I hate these. Lol, all of that for a Safari Ball. So another great Pokemon, Sea Glass. A remake of Emerald with Game Boy Color aesthetics, with many quality of life improvements from later games. Okay, that actually seems like, that sounds like a lot of fun. I am so confused. Kecleon. Collect these.
I like how
on.
Kicklin's in the water.
Oh, it's a lizard.
Okay. Okay, that one's taking you to the right. Let's go up. Through the currents. Water chicken. All right, that one's taking you to the right. That means this is a dead end. All right, let's go right.
That's where we start, though.
Yeah, but let's keep going right.
There's nothing. We just went there. The problem is the
Not you
electrical
again.
impacts. Yeah.
Okay, then let's just. Okay, now we surf. That one takes you left. That one takes you up. That one takes you right. Let's go to the right. There you go. Roll.
Oh shit! Bye shark.
Oh, by sharp. Get Frostbro. Oh, dark. Yeah, dark tile.
Put her to sleep and try the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The
His
bye
catching
sh-
rate is not low, so this one should be easier.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say it shouldn't be as bad as a fucking Metagross. Oh, I bought Great Balls instead of Ultra Balls. Whoops. Where's High Sharp, says Brian. Because we got Bye Sharp.
By the way, you may want to try to catch a second by sharp. Trust me on this.
Assuming I can capture the first one, man.
Yeah? Do a hypnosis, yeah. He got the attack bonus from Metal Claw. That's insane.
That never happens. Upgrades for Motorcycle look like we won't be rediscovering the gravity suit and screw attack again. I think we can still be rediscovering those stuff as well. Because, like, Samus is not always on the bike. So it could be a case where, like, you collect first the gravity suit and then you need the bike to solve a different puzzle. Or you can use the bike and then you're forced to collect the gravity suit for when Samus is off the bike. Would be my...
Ooh. Hell yeah, the Frieza fucking pose.
Sure. He's so cool.
Well, hopefully we can find a second one. Alright, keep trying to go... Okay, let's just go right. Or... Oh, never mind.
This is where I found that Safari Ball. Back in my day, Metal Claw was the strongest steel wing. Well, now they gave us Iron Head, not Metal Head.
Well, Ironhead was also in the same generation. Yeah, let's just go down. Let's see. Go right, go right. That takes you right. That takes you right. That one takes you up.
Maybe I should have read what the sailor told me.
Let's just go right. That will make that's gonna make it push you down, but let's go just right. And let's read what the sailor tells if we go back into, like, you know, the spot. Yeah, this is a different location.
Yeah, this is a different location. Okay. So
Okay, let's go down then. That's gonna take you up. That's gonna take you up. Okay, let's go right and take you. There we go. That's what I was thinking. There's like a small path. There we go.
overall, what are your thoughts on the whole speed bike and definitely not dude reference with Akira sites? I think it seems promising on paper. I can sort of visualize what is the purpose and the things that they're adding to the bike, but
Takes you up, takes you up.
I just hope that it doesn't become like the bike game, which I doubt it will.
So that one takes you left, the other one takes you up. Yeah, all of that takes you up. Well, let's just go up. Oh, look at that. Is that a Reggie?
Ice Victory Bell of Vileplume. Or Victory Bell, I guess, giving the bell.
I mean, let's not waste the balls on Reggie Ice.
But he's so phony. Un.
Oh, okay, we're close.
Unless the bike is for the desert stage area specifically. I don't think so, because we see the bike on that sort of electrical eager looking area, and then we also see Samus taking the bike into the volcano area. I think it's going to be like an Epona situation, like I mentioned during the...
Come on, Bisharp, show up again. We need a second Bisharp for very important reasons.
Where are we going, man?
We're going to Mount Everest. I mean, Mount Ember. Is Bisharp just a rare spawn?
I'm assuming, giving the... Kindle Road.
This is neat.
Oh, don't tell me. We gotta die.
Don't tell me they added dive to this fucking game.
Yeah.
Let's see what Pokemon's we getting here.
That's a fusion.
Private Kingler.
I feel like once I finish this ROM hack, I'm not gonna play Pokemon in a long time. This is
Yeah,
a route
just
to Mount
run.
Never. You never could get it to it from there.
Go fight. Nice slash on the ghost. And Shadow Ball into the Cleflings.
Well, that's a lot of damage. That one looks cool.
Yeah, the Mantine anchor Pokemon.
Impressive.
Imprison is a really good move if you are Mew.
If not, it's useless.
Yes.
Metal powder.
Because Imprison makes it so any move that the opponent that you and the other Pokemon shares, the other Pokemon cannot use it. And Mew can learn Transform.
Would the desert stage be the future since we're traveling through time? It could be both the future and the past. Yeah, it could be so far
Could be
flung
past,
into the
future, and present.
Yeah, it could be like so far flung into the future.
What is this?
Battle time.
Oh, Battle Tower. Alright, so leave, I guess. And go left instead now, instead of right. Yeah, this is the Battle Tower.
Why even let me? Can Can I just not faint to the Pokemon?
Was there no route south from here into the west?
No. Gosh, I hate Pokemon games. Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
Well, sure, I'll try and catch it. Quick ball.
Use a fusion ball since they're a fusion.
Do I just throw it or do I put it asleep again?
Yeah, just throw it. If not, just kill him. Doesn't matter.
Kill. Kill it. Kill them? Is there fusion? Oh, come on. Hey, thanks. That shit.
Yeah, for me it's still nice we throw another one.
It showed 3 times that I might as well.
Okay, just an Iron Head.
Die.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, let's go left now. I don't like the name of this island.
Not island.
Oh, there's a Pokemon Center just right on time. I'm concerned with the guy in the glasses on the left.
I'm the Hellman. Is there anything I can help you with?
Oh, that's the guy that fixes your game in case it breaks or something. Okay, they're just gonna ask you for hard scales. Well, let's go down. Triple battle launch now. You can surf? No?
No.
Alright. Then where the fuck how do you get to Mount Ember? How to
Maybe we gotta go up into the... Oh, Bite Sharp!
capture him? It's level 25, so it should be easier. Let's grab Dark Tile.
Yeah, what is the profile pic on Discord?
What?
Mewtwo is asking.
Oh, it's Clippy. It's what do you call it? What's the word? Fuck.
I don't know, what's the word? Oh, Psychic. Samus.
It's a protest.
Hmm. Oh, okay, now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the anti-consumer practices.
Gosh, these Pokemon are so annoying, man. Microsoft Word circa 2002. So most have like, what if there's race versus Weevil? That'd be cool. Or
Okay,
I
okay, this is
thought it.
very important. We need to go to the nearest Pokemon Center, like, right now.
Not to make it feel whole. Hey, remember Clippy?
And fuse both of them.
Wow, these menus suck.
Fuse. Use DNA splicer. Fuse.
Oh, it's the same.
Yeah, because they're gonna be as bad as weird. That shouldn't be the sprite. It should be the other sprite. I mean, that's cool, but that's not the sprite that was waiting.
That's a cool ass sprite. But
Yep.
am I seeing some of the old hunters from Prime Hunters mini bosses? Maybe that would honestly be cool. I thought that they would have a multiplayer mode.
There we
Oh
go.
my
That
gosh.
one. It's a Bolto.
Oh my gosh, it does look like Evolve. Hey, my goodness, Reaper Knight.
There you go. Those are the two sprites I wanted to. Fuck, I forgot about that one. Yeah, I wanted to show you the Evolved sprite and the Shovel Knight one. And I can tell you for a fact that is Evolved because the guy who made it said, yeah, this is Evolved
Oh my
That's
gosh,
a
I love it.
Pokemon.
Which one? Hardy?
What one gives you Naive? Yeah, Naive. Combine. No to Torment. Yes, to Feint Attack instead of Scary Face. No to Scary Face, we just got rid of that. There you go. Evolto.
It looks like Frieza. Alright, but I think I should call it a stream here because I got a lot of stuff to do, like I said. I'll be here tomorrow, same time as always anyways, to play more
Putata.
Pokemon, more Hutata. I'm just happy that apparently I have a Pokemon card that's worth something. Still trying to get like the full art of the other trainers that I like from Gen 8. Because those are some of my favorite gym leaders. Trying to get Raihan, Pierce, Nessa, and Kabu. What was the fire gym guy?
Kabu, yeah.
Because I have the Bea. Or B, or however you say her name.
I guess we have to go through there.
$6. No. Pokemon egg.
I mean, the sunlight changed. The Corsals are in your way.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you have to go through there, but someone in the... we can figure it out tomorrow stream.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Honestly.
I'll figure shit out and then I'll tell you tomorrow.
This is confusing, but it's cool that it's new content. That's why it's good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Kingler misdrivers.
Out of my sight. What if sweeten the deal some more? I will withhold saying Tomboy once. No.
No, you have to withhold Tomboy for the
Forever.
entire stream.
No, for the rest of forever.
No. I'm doing the deal here.
No.
An entire stream.
For my $6,000 Rayquaza card, no. You don't get the chance to even do my deals. All right, but this is what I'm calling it a stream, so I can go get some lunch before the things I have to do. I'll still be here tomorrow, anyways, to continue the stream as usual. So, with all that said, 2 times. No, I need the money for rent. So if you, unless you're offering what this Pokemon card could buy me, that's like basically half a year worth of rent, then I'm not listening. Thank you for the bits though. But you know, I'm pretty excited about Metroid Prime 4. Tomorrow we'll be can be here to play some more Hutata for a little bit, and then on Friday we'll play something else just to add a little bit of variety, because like it's the game is sort of starting to get to the monotonous era that I already because I already have like a finalized team that works perfectly. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a rest day or night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.